Well, wholeness. Anybody who knows me or been following me long enough knows that when I have some puzzling thoughts in my head, and these ain't really a puzzling thought, but when I have thoughts in my head, I tend to act on them. And a lot of times I do them in the form of reading so that I can kind of get clarity. Hey there, goddess. So I was sitting here having a conversation with myself, and I said, Self, and Self said, huh? I said, what the fuck happened with Summer? Thank you. Look at you, got my eyes all messed up. So I wrote up a little something. It's basically called The Summer of Her Time, or Sum of Her Time, as in SUM, the sum of her time. Her meaning the collective expression of energy. This goes deeper than masculine, feminine on that level. This is the expression of energy, normally has a more feminine component to it until it loses its way. Once energy loses its way and it needs to go back into order and organization, it tends to go into fight or flight, or the masculine energy. Don't If you don't get that, you'll be all right. Keep reading what you're reading, believing what you're believing, and I'll stay over here on my levels and my perspectives. But energy naturally comes out feminine and free. Once it hits danger points, then it goes into masculinity and needs to put things in order. So the questions I asked were basically, is this what we're supposed to be doing? Basically where the planet is at right now. Is this what it's supposed to be? And or is this just merely what we allowed? So there's like a list of 8 questions I asked, and instead of using my cards, because my cards are me, my cards are channeled. They're going to tell me not just basically what I want to hear, but they're going to say it the same way I would. Again, they're channeled. So a lot of y'all don't like my harsh tone because you need to be coddled. You'll be all right. So I'm going to use a neutral deck, a wisdom of the hidden realms. So I'll play your game with you today. I'm going to ask Spirit. I'm going to ask Spirit to give me an answer, because I don't know that Spirit is me. I'll pretend today. Oops. See, I don't know that this is me in separation of myself, so I'm going to ask things that I think are external from me to help me get inside guidance. You already know how I roll, Envy. So, first question is this what we're supposed to be doing? Meaning this planet. Are we supposed to be sitting here and watching everything fall apart and then waiting on it to come together? I'm not going to go too deep because some of the questions will pick this up. So, bottom line, is this what we're supposed to be doing? Cards in reverse. The card says, the map maker of destiny. It is in reverse. Holy shit. 24. 24. Mind you, the card's in reverse. I read reversals. Y'all can lie to yourself all day long. If a card comes out in reverse, it's a time for intro fucking inspection. Either you need to look within or something's in a negative fashion. So this card was in reverse. It says the map maker of destiny. If it's in reverse, that means guess who ain't making their own destiny? What was the question? Is this what we supposed to be doing? Yeah, if you don't want to make your own destiny. That's basically what this card's saying. You're not walking in authentic purpose. You don't have any inspiration. And you don't have free will. See, that's what it says on the card. I'm walking in my authentic purpose. And I'm full of inspiration. And I have free will. Nope. We get told what to do. We are in response. We're not inspired. We're responsive. And we're actually in fucking overwhelm. And I was saying this yesterday, or I had this observation thrown to me yesterday. Look at the average adult. Look at the average adult when you're outside. They have this despondent and disconnected and overwhelmed look on their face. I mean, we was going to pick the kids up from school yesterday, and in the car ride line, the teachers was like, okay, next car. Like, they're burnt. And this is basically everybody. This ain't got nothing to do with teaching badass kids. This is life in general. This planet, let alone this country, is in a state of overwhelm because the conditions have gotten so fucking bad. And exactly, zombie-like behavior. Even when people aren't really going through something, emotionally, spiritually, and etherically, since y'all like to play them games, they're going through something. The weight of this realm is compressing down so fucking hard, a lot of people can't wake up. And I'm not talking about being woke. I'm talking about holy shit, your circadian is fucked. Your energy levels are low. It ain't got shit to do with your fucking diet. I take that back. It does have to do something with your diet. But it don't matter what you're eating if you're spiritually eating shit. Get what I'm saying? So, is this what we're supposed to be doing? No. You've lost control of your destiny. And you've allowed the same people who has not shown you how to properly manifest your destiny, you left them in a position to keep manifesting your destiny. Sound like slavery to me. Don't lose control. Lose the ideology that control is even necessity. See, and I was listening to my own reading earlier, and I have to keep adjusting my wording because people were like, you have to have control. No, you don't have to have control, and you don't have to try, my love. You don't have to try. You just have to be aware. Control is a system of struggle. In order for something to be controlled, something will have to be dominated. You get it? In order for something to be in control, something will have to be in a state of submission. That's already a power struggle. So I don't need to be in control. I just need to be in awareness. Because once I'm in my awareness, I can see what, and here's the dirty word, what's actually controlling me. See, we can lie to ourselves and say, well, I'm off the grid and I don't do this and I do that. Nah, motherfucker, you still here. So you something. You're under some levels of control. Stop it. And I'm not going to cry. You stop that. So we've lost control of our destiny. As a collective, remember I said at the beginning, the natural flow of energy starts out feminine, creator force. And then once it loses its way, it goes into the creative force, masculine. And from there, it tries to make sense of everything, and then it can hit states of androgyny. But that'll come up later. So basically, the first question, are we where we're supposed to be? Hell no. You under 24. Keep warning you motherfuckers about 24. This was 23. 23 is passion. 24 is holy shit. I done already manifested what I was passionate about. What I just get through telling you. If you're passionate about being fucking overwhelmed, you're passionate about being angry, you're passionate about not helping yourself because you're waiting on what's already harmed you to help you, see, that's not passion, that's rage. And that's complacency. So if you were only manifesting complacency in 23, guess what the fuck we gonna see in 24? But you can keep lying to yourself and saying that, oh, next week something different gonna happen. I was gonna go big with this, but let's go little. As a hunter or as somebody with military experience, if I shoot my weapon down range and my spotter says you need to go 3 clicks to the right, but I shoot at the same spot, I'm going to keep hitting the same target, even though I've gotten guidance to make an adjustment. Why would I get mad at my spotter or at the target when I didn't do anything different? Take your time with that one. Basically, if you won't do anything different, guess what the fuck you're going to keep getting? The same. Definition of insanity will tell you, no, it's supposed to manifest something different even though I didn't do anything. Bake a cake. Bake a cake and use the same ingredients and wonder why that motherfucker don't never taste different. Apply that shit to your life. Have you done anything different to warrant the changes that you keep letting everybody else tell you that you're going to see? Whether that's Trump, whether that's the aliens, whether that's a comet hitting the sun, whether that's the age of Aquarius. Miss me with that shit. See, you can pipe dream and lie to yourself or be lied to and think that something is working on your destiny more than you are working on it for yourself. How'd that work out for our ancestors? Oops. So, second question. Miss me with that shit. Second question is this merely what we allowed? Yeah. What do you mean allowed? Everything's a fucking choice, even if the choice can get you fucked up. Sometimes the choices that can get you fucked up might get you out of what already got you fucked up. That'll hurt some of you. See, you already caught in systems that already got you fucked up, but you're going to stay in a system that got you fucked up, waiting on it to one day not get you fucked up instead of doing something else because you're scared it's going to fuck you up. What was the common denominator? You already fucked up. You already on fire, my dear prince. Holy shit. It's a 40. It ain't got nothing to do with leaving from here, because if you're thinking like, say, in the sense of leaving from America, you're going to take people with American mindsets to wherever you go, and then holy shit, viral infection. It ain't no different than John Smith or we'll just say the Pilgrims brought their smallpox and all their diseases over here. Just because they left where they were no longer welcome, they moved to another area that didn't have any awareness of them and welcomed them, but the sickness was still there. If we leave from here, but we still carry the same sickness because we ain't done nothing different, we just want to see different from the same, you'll get over there and the same motherfuckers who don't know how to let go will start it over again. It'll be a cyclic loop. It's the same thing, and I've had this conversation with spirits lots of times. Even if you get rid of government, there'll be somebody who beg to put them back in power. Or there'll be somebody who think it's now their turn to take their place. Switching plantations. You'll get free from one area and get somewhere, and people won't have their same level of safety. You get it? That same level of safety where you was never safe. So then they'll seek to reproduce the conditions. So you can take, holy shit, what was that? Liberia, I think is what it was. You had that colony of Canadians or freed Africans or something like that, and I think they went and started, like, don't quote me on that, but I think they went and started Liberia, and then next thing you know, Liberia was worse than almost everywhere else because it was corrupt. Same thing with Mother Africa herself. Got overran by colonizers, and then the colonizers colonized the people, so then when the colonizer left, the people were still colonized within themselves, and still are. So that's the danger of an infectious thought. The optimism will only highlight the aggression. If you haven't let go of the system of control, like I was telling Envy a minute ago, you don't need control, you just need awareness. That's why that bullshit, skinfolk bullshit, that don't fly with me. Your skinfolk ain't your kinfolk if they can't think properly. Sorry. That's why I don't play with colors. I play with energy. Can't trust nobody. But you shouldn't have to trust nobody. You should just be aware. The awareness of me, say this with me. The awareness of me will keep me from the necessity of even knowing you, let alone needing to trust you. Because if I'm watching me, I'm going to see everything you're doing. And guess what happened on that odd chance that I'm not watching you enough and you do something? Holy shit, now I got a choice. Versus overplacing energy into trust or overplacing energy into mistrust. It just is what it is. If I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for myself, hopefully everything should put me into proper alignment with people with that same energy. But also, hopefully, if I'm working on me good enough, my awareness should show me when that's not true. And then it's your choice. Keep building with people that are destroying, or keep getting destroyed by people who need to build. Contrarianism. So, number 2, I already told you, you're already in the fire. Why? 4 and 0. 4 is what? The fucking trap. What's the trap? Balance. What I tell you control was? A system of balance. Control means something has to be on top and something has to be in subduction. You don't even have to be top. You understand what I'm saying? Something has to be stronger than what it is dominating. That's an enslavement cycle. That shit, 4, trapped us and left us with what? Nothing. But actually it left us with everything. It left us with the awareness that we need to make a different choice, because if we keep choosing 4, what left us with nothing, you chose nothing for yourself. And you chose nothing to become your everything. But you'll wait on me to give it to you. Stimulus. Never mind. We're not even going to go there on that one. I'll be here much longer than I need to be. So, number 3. That was really question 1, but it was a 2-part question. The question was, is this what we're supposed to be doing? No, you lost control of your destiny. Or have we just allowed this shit? Yeah, you're the fire prince. Dancing around in the same fires that burnt you. Basically what you heard me say all year long. It's a fucking phoenix cycle. Do your history on a phoenix. That motherfucker stays on fire for 500 years, puts the fire out, and then is reborn in the same motherfucking ashes. That had what? Fire. Cyclic loop. So the second question is, has all the stagnation come back to burn us just like a soup that didn't get stirred? For my fellow cooks, if you leave your food on the stove for too long and you don't stir it, ain't that shit all charred at the bottom? Don't it get all burnt at the bottom of the fucking pot? You still gonna eat it, but god damn it, it's not cooked properly. So again, the question is, has the stagnation turned us into a fucking soup? Holy shit. Holy shit, Batman. The prison waif. The prison waif is nothing but scarcity consciousness. I'm gonna take what I can get. Remember I just told you, you fucked the meal up. You didn't take care of your soup, and now it's burnt. But I'll be damned if I throw it out, because I'm hungry. So I'm just gonna eat it anyway, even though it is not safe. Holy shit. Oh, please stop feeding into fear. Don't eat that hamburger. It's not real meat. Ain't shit real out here. Not even your organic vegetables. And here's a little tidbit for you. Not to fearmonger you, but you better watch your fucking water. And I'm not just talking about internally. I'm talking about if you didn't pay attention to them motherfuckers over in Japan that dumped all that fucking radioactive water into the ocean because the risk is minimal. Even China was like, fuck that shit. We don't want no more seafood from you motherfuckers because you just tainted an already tainted water table, food table. And if you think the Pacific don't have an effect on the Atlantic or the Indian or the Mediterranean or any of the other ones, you's a fool. So you just poured poison into already poisoned water. You've given authorization to eat false shit where the shit was already fake. And you worried about a motherfucking 69-cent hamburger? Or I'll go you one better. You worried about a pig? Oh my dear ignorant ass children. Prison waif. 31. You've already been pulled apart. The thoughts that already got all your fucking energy. What you've been told to fear, you'll fear it. You'll fear it to the point to where the little shit got more of your energy, but you ain't pay attention to the bigger motherfucking picture. Prison waif, scarcity consciousness, self-sabotage, and poverty consciousness. Self-sabotage. Why? Because we take orders from the same people who are only ordering your own goddamn destruction. What's 3 plus 1? 4. What the Fire Prince tell you watch out for? That 4 will leave you with nothing. That 4 will leave you with burnt soup. Eat up. Hope you didn't burn all the vitamins out. To be honest and to be fair, it won't even matter if you didn't burn the vitamins out, because we are so saturated with GMO and shit that don't even classify as GMO that natural herbs have a harder time getting an effect on the human body now. See, as a junior aspiring at herbalist, and I'm remiss in my duties, and I'll own that, but I still know enough to understand that just taking some dandelion leaf and root ain't going to help your diabetes and high blood pressure and kidney and liver, because your kidney and liver has been inundated with so much unnatural shit. And we're not just talking about vaccines. Unnatural shit in the air, unnatural shit in the soil, unnatural shit in the water, unnatural shit that you buy off the motherfucking shelf, even when you're trying to eat more conscious. Ain't none of that shit real. I would like for you to go revisit that scene from The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I just dated myself. I'm older than all of y'all. You remember that scene in Eddie Murphy The Golden Child, where Sardam Nupsi was trying to get the Golden Child to eat the poisoned meal, and it had blood inside of it, because if he could get him to taint his own pure energy with something that was not safe, then he could steal his power. Oops. Sardam Nupsi been feeding us for a long motherfucker. I mean Bill Gates. I mean Sardam Nupsi. I mean the government. I mean Sardam Nupsi been feeding us for a long fucking time. You worried about a motherfucking 1 cent hamburger or 69-cent hamburger. Moving on. So you keep eating this fucking burnt up ass. Yeah, Brother Nupsi. I should be flogged. So the next question is this truly some foretold aged or promised prediction? The end of days, the age of Aquarius. The end of times. The Spirit Whisperer. It's a fucking 3. It's nothing but a thought. The Spirit Whisperer. Divine guidance. Higher knowing. Hi. I've been dealing with the occult since 2014. Longer, but officially stepped into the realm of Chaos Mage and Ceremonial Magic in 2014. Don't really fuck with that shit anymore because the deeper I got into it, the more I got into me. The deeper I got into it, the more it became me. My personal perspective and experience. Defer to what you got going on. So, if you don't understand anything about some versions of you don't want to be free because they are too wrapped up in the game, the guidance they give you is an agenda. See, you motherfuckers like to throw up The Simpsons was always right. So, if The Simpsons was always right, oh, sweetness. Okay. If The Simpsons was always right, and they already knew what was going to happen 10 to 15 years before it happened, how did it happen? Or did they put the suggestion there, predictive programming, and thought implementation through subscription and belief to create enough energy to make you go on that timeline? Get it? And this will make sense to some of y'all who are on the ancestral side of the house. You'll say that, well, no, my ancestors stepped in and they protected me. Your ancestors gave you the proper guidance to keep you from off of what you wanted to do and into an alignment for what they thought you needed to be. You get that? All spirits operate on that level, whether they're angels, daemons, ethereals, aliens. It don't fucking matter. Different levels of deities, and there's more deities than you can shake a fucking stick at. They're all thought forms. They're all pieces of you in separation. And I don't mean you as who you think you are. I mean you in your true self outside of this fucking meat suit. So your divine guidance can be guidance given from parts of you that only want to see what they want to see. Divine agenda. But it will feel so fantastic and marvelous in the guidance that you're given. Why would I question it? It came from a higher source. First thing that got you fucked up is thinking that it's higher. Especially if it's inner. If it's inner, how is it higher than me if it's already within me? Maybe I need to hire myself. Perspective and experience. Spirit told me. You are spirit. You're just too busy playing the role of a soul. You forgot your own goddamn wholeness. So yeah, it can be a predictive programming. It could be something related to an age, and the validity of it being related to an age or premonition is thought subscription. The more people you get to invest in that shit, the stronger the energy becomes towards a point of creation. And remember, the initial thing was misuse of her energy. What was in creation starts to become creative. I use a lot of movie references. Now I would like for you to go watch Boomerang. When dude got the panties, Strong J's panties, and Eddie was all distraught. He's like, yeah, you got creative control. You could do whatever you want to do. That's what that thought is. Perspective. Father Time is Kronos. Kronos is Saturn. Saturn is the Green Reaper. So therefore time is death. The only thing that is moving death along the compass is the choices and the directions on the compass in which you move. Get it? See people out here with this bullshit, the black cube of death. Perspective. Thoughts and projection. But if the thoughts and projection are death and time, and if time is death, but yet death is time, but yet for any of us who work with spirits, death is not the ending, what the fuck is time? Time is my energy and investment. And along that compass that is killing me, I better start making some fucking smart choices. Or else I'm going to be moving by what I think the spirits have guided me to. And as long as it's counter to where I don't see myself as enough, scarcity consciousness and self-sabotage, holy shit, my dear Phoenix, I don't mind the fires. Because I'm immune to the fires. Because I keep doing this over and over again and it's getting easier. The Akashic Record said 3 more lifetimes and then I'll be free. 12 years a slave. Why? Because you don't own your own destiny. Why you don't own your own destiny? Because somebody else already wrote it. That's why they know your trees, your transits, and your placements. And your stelliums. Sorry, straight from the record, Your Honor. That might piss some people off. They got to have their astrology. The New Age Christianity. There used to be the Old Age Christianity before there was a Christianity. Fun fact, did you know most of the Christian kings were astrologers? Shh. Sorry. Pre-Gnostic. Gnostic is still a separatism system. Gnosis too. The next question was, like I said, this one, is this some predicted, foretold age? Yeah, if you keep listening to the right spirits that need you to stay in that alignment. That's thought subscription, that's timeline farming, that is predictive programming. That's subliminal programming. We do that shit in this realm here. Your TV has been patented since, I think, 1967 as a mind control device. Look it up. Don't buy into it, because you don't need a TV to control your mind nowadays. Your cell phone already got you. So, the next one is, if thoughts have true multiplicity, then what's the 3 ways this shit show can go? And when I mean this shit show, I mean where we're at right now. Where we're at right now, there's 3 directions for energy. My perspective, my experience. Energy will follow a masculine route, energy will follow a feminine route, and then energy will try and pull from both of them, which I call the path of androgyny. It's going to try and take bits and pieces from both. Delusion. It's going to try and take bits and pieces from both and figure out which one fits and which one don't fit so it can make the best choice. We'll call that critical thinking. You're right, it's critical thinking, because your ass will be in fucking critical care trying to pull in illusions and mix them with reality just so you feel real. Alchemy. Sorry. So what's the 3 ways the shit show can go? So we'll start with the masculine first, even though I'm telling you the feminine should have came first. Where we're currently at in this realm, the masculine has already overstepped and overseeded everything. Hell, it rewrote time. The major religions rewrote it to where who they wanted to be God became God even before he became man. What the fuck they do that at? Let's ask the Vatican. Shh, sorry. So the masculine way that this shit show can go, god damn it, it's the sun dancers. The sun dancers in reverse, 32. 32, the thoughts will show you everything you need to see as long as you're not looking. Did you catch that? The thoughts will show you everything you need to see as long as you're not looking at what you need to be paying attention to. Holy shit, what do we call that, children? Mind control. What else do we call that? Perfected distraction. Keep putting shit in front of them to keep paying attention to, and they won't pay attention to what they need to be seeing. Hell, I used this analogy earlier in a personal reading. If you pick up a hot pot and you burn yourself, what's the first thing you focus on? The burn. And not the fact that your dumb ass picked up the fucking pot. See, you already lost accountability to yourself because you only have the human ability to respond to the fucking trauma. If you keep people in a field of trauma, spiritual overwhelm, zombie mode, financially destitute, emotionally bankrupt, immoral as a motherfucker, if you keep people in those suppressive, depressive energies, they can't celebrate life. They just celebrate every victory that does not show them death. Holy shit. Father Time just crept back in there. What you keep giving your time to is killing you. But if it was my time and I keep giving it, is it killing me or am I killing myself? Perspective at best, Your Honor. Permission to redirect. The sun dancers and already said, if you keep processing this shit from a standpoint of order, There won't be no joyful activity. There won't be any celebration of life. And you won't find your abundance because you've already given up all your power. See, I got to get out here and chase the bag. But where's the bag going to lead you to? My abundance. Where does abundance come from? Within. Then why are you chasing it? Because that's what they told me I got to do. Keep listening to them thoughts in the head that just want you to keep playing the fucking rat race. Keep chasing things. Keep going on journeys. Trying to discover who you are. The last thing you'll uncover is what you was. Because you're going to be too busy putting on false identities through experience on what you're going through on that journey instead of being the fuck still and seeing what was already there. What was already there? I'm already alive. I should be celebrating my life. I should be finding joyful activity in everything that I'm connecting to. And it should be a reflection of the abundance that I already know is innately within me. But everything out here done told me that I gotta struggle. And so I gotta wait on everything that I let tell me I gotta struggle to set me free. 3 plus 2, the thoughts done already told you everything you need to see. 3 plus 2 is 5. So the thoughts become the teacher. 5 is the Hierophant. 5 is the apostolic figure. Go ask the Vatican. They already know everything that you need to know, but we're not gonna share it with you. At this point, I would like to submit that if y'all want to keep following the the Bible, the hodgepodge book of stories retold over and over again, that even them sick motherfuckers took out a bunch of books because they felt like humanity wasn't ready for the information. Bel and the Dragon, many other apocryphal works, false ass Dead Sea Scrolls and everything else they keep digging up, where a motherfucker just got bored and wrote a story and said that it used to be in the book. And because nobody knew the original story, every story told behind the story is a plausible story for the story that was already a motherfucking story. Oops. Sun dancers in reverse. You're supposed to be dancing in the sun, not out here being burnt by it. Losing your power. A sun dancer dances in energy. A phoenix is burnt by its own fires. But burnt so fucking well that it don't feel no more pain. It becomes its traumas. The masculine energy would prefer you to stay a phoenix. Because then you are processing your pain, and as long as pain is present, I feel like I'm on a proper journey. Because I got to go through the pain to be pain-free. 12 Years a Slave. The feminine component. The originating point that made the mistake of self-sabotage by giving up his energies into the fires? The Horse King. Basically a fucking chariot. The Horse King. Are you either going to be assistance or are you going to be another source of control? In understanding the feminine expressive component of energy, it can either assist me to stop playing the game, or I can use it as a system of control to play the game better. That is why, once again, I tell you, y'all can miss me with that. We're in the divine feminine. No, that is purely divine masculine wounded. If I try and act like how you acted when you dominated me, all we did was switch motherfucking roles. And now, whereas I was once the abused, I'm now the abuser. That's not very ladylike at all. That's just the horse or the king. Which one are you? The horse or the king? But wait a minute, this is supposed to be feminine energy. Yeah, but I need to get my licks back. Resonance only, motherfuckers. So if the feminine energy only tries to make sense of the mistake instead of stop making mistakes, it'll only find itself going through the fucking same experiences that only wants its fucking energy. Naivety at best. So the third route that this shit show could go, first route was you can either take your power back, sun dancers, and dance in your own energy, or you can get out here and try and control what has already controlled you. And holy shit, even if you leave this country, you ain't gonna do nothing but rebuild it somewhere else. Even if you leave this mindset of lack and stagnation, you ain't gonna do nothing but rebuild it somewhere else because it's already a viral infection. A slave will always seek a master. 2020 already proved that shit. A lot of you motherfuckers are slaved. 2023 is proving that shit. A lot of you motherfuckers have left what you thought you belonged to because fear told me I need to return. Pray for me, brother. Sorry, contrarianism. I'm poking fun at you because you motherfuckers are funny. But let your life tell your tale. Do what you do. Just understand why you're doing it. That's all I ask. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. As long as you believe in you. But if you don't believe in you, you're already fucking you. And you're being fucked over by what you think you believe in too. But let your life tell your tale. So, the third one, the androgynous route. It's going to try and pull from both of these. It's going to try and pull from where it should have kept its power. And it's going to try and pull from where it needed to be in control. But if I got my power, why do I need to control everything else? Holy shit, Hitler. You a tyrant. The androgynous route might be a tyrant like a motherfucker. Holy shit. Sisters of the Season. Holy shit. 17. The star card. It needs to be the star. But what does the card say? Cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order. Remember I told you the androgynous route was going to try and pull from the masculine and the feminine? It just wants to keep the cycle going, but it wants to now enact natural law where nothing's natural anymore, so that it hopes that it can reestablish order. That's like a fruit that has already been bruised and inundated with parasites. You're going to wash it off and tell yourself that it's now safe to eat. No, it's infected. Throw that shit away. Don't try and fix the system that was never broken. Throw that shit away. Don't try and harbor a thought that is already designed to break you. Throw that shit away. But no, I have to review it and reflect upon it and figure out what it meant. It meant to take your energy. Well, then I have to give it my energy to figure out why I don't have to give it my energy. Use a fool. 17. The potential that you just gave into what told you it needed to take your identity will be what gives you its identity. A lot of y'all need to do research on parasites. Really. There's some scary ass parasites in this realm. And a lot of them are in the human body, but science don't want to tell you because it's much like when they have large level events. Some information they hide from the public because they feel like the public can't handle it. Holy shit, I just said that about the Bible a minute ago. There's a lot of information about what really goes on in the human body that would scare the average human, so they suppress it. They will show you, if you know how to do your own research, the things that you possibly might be inundated with via contact, let alone the food chain. But they don't want to admit it is there because either people will freak out or people will seek to get free. Hell, I posted about them plenty of times. Like that one parasite that gets into a fucking let's use this one. This was a new one I saw the other day. There's this meat-eating caterpillar, and it pushes off a dewdrop with a bunch of pheromones and stuff in it and a bunch of chemicals. When the ant eats the pheromone dewdrop, the ant now thinks that the caterpillar is its queen, and it shepherds that motherfucker back into the colony, and then it puts off more drops, and then everybody in the colony thinks that that big ass caterpillar, the meat eater, is the queen, and then the queen caterpillar sits there and eats everything in the fucking colony, and then I think 1 or 2 years later it goes into the cocoon phase and it turns into a moth. Boop, start the cycle again. One fucking dewdrop off the back of that goddamn caterpillar takes over a whole goddamn colony of ants, and it gets to eat for free. That's just an example of one parasitic life form on this planet. And yet they tell y'all that we got all kind of fucking tapeworms and flatworms and shit like that, and y'all think that ain't shit that infects your mind, even though they tell you that. They admitted that shit a couple years ago, that the average human has, I can't remember the numbers, but there's a certain amount of parasites that have an effect on the chemical processes in the mind. They probably taking it down by now though, but this is not to scare you. This is to tell you that if you think that all your thoughts are yours, yet some of the shit that you thinking ain't really pertinent to you, you might want to change up some shit. So I think the last one on here was we just did the masculine, feminine, and androgynous. You can try. You can detox them. You can detox some of them, but you'll never get them all out. Even using wormwood, thyme, black walnut, bentonite clay, diatomicus earth, and what's the other big one? I can't remember the other herb that they use nowadays, but there's all kind of fucking anti-parasitic formulas you can use. It's a constant fight, really. You can slow the infection, but some of these insects, because that's really what you can classify them as, have a long stagnation cycle. They'll wait you out. They'll wait you out, and this again, not to fearmonger you or scare you or to challenge you. This is just saying that just because you fight, if you go take some parasitic tincture and you get some of them out, them motherfuckers start coming out of your body, out of pores, developing holes because holy shit, they got to get out. Not just out your ass, out your body. Seen it before. I used to make medicine. So they come out of your body, you take it for a few weeks, now you see less, so you thinking you're ahead of the battle. You might have got a majority of them out, but the bigger ones have went into stagnation, maybe cocoon type phases, and they put themselves to sleep. And they wait for you to fuck up and to go back to do what you're going to do. Well, you know what? The parasites is gone. Give me a Big Mac. Now you put the same shit back in your body, and that's not just say pick that Big Mac, because as I'm saying, it's the whole fucking food chain. You go back to eating shitty, drinking unsafe water and shit like that, then you refeed until that motherfucker wake back up and go back into work again. You understand what I'm saying? So you can think that you're staying on the top of it, but it's still already embedded in you. It's just like a thought. You can get rid of one thought, but holy shit, two more gonna take its place. Holy shit, sounds like Hydra. You have to get rid of what you can, but shungite helps. I won't disrespect shungite. I got shungite in my water coolers now. As a certified gemstone therapist, I use shungite in my water. Shungite is very strong. The problem is not all shungite is shungite anymore. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing that happened with moldavite and all them other ones. Not all shungite is quality shungite. Commercialism. Let me finish this up though. Again, this is not to scare you. This is more for awareness that you have to understand. Even your source don't know its source. If you didn't dig it up out of the motherfucking mind on your own, you still playing with human fallacy. That gets into the realm of trust. And you went in here at the beginning, but like I told you, awareness cancels fucking trust. If you didn't dig that motherfucker out of the ground yourself, and if you don't know the history of the ground, if it is already in high quantities of radioactivity, even though shungite has a anti-radioactive dissemination process, same thing like with smoky quartz, it's anti-radiation, same thing with onyx and shit like that. It's only going to be able to process so much. It might be safe for the stone, but the quantity of radiation contained in the stone still might not be safe for you. Yeah. No, it's not about paranoia, but it's also about ignorance. See, sometimes we think what we're doing is sufficient because we tied it into what we thought was sufficient until we sufficiently find out that what we was investing in was already insufficient. That's the basis of this whole realm. You can't trust shit, but you got to be aware of everything. Oops. So, last thing. What's the effect or effect of summer on fall? Summer, we didn't do anything. We didn't stand up. We didn't make any changes. We just got hunkered down like you'll see people currently now. Oh my God, 9/23 is coming. Prepare, prepare. We got hunkered down and bit a whole nother level of fear. But if you historically would do your research, every year it's the same shit. They just add different layers to it. See, we told you a few weeks ago the aliens is real. So now it's an alien event. 2020, Corona's gonna kill us. Holy shit, Corona's gonna kill us. The year before that, Ebola gonna kill us. Holy shit. Ebola's gonna kill us. The year before that, the West Nile virus is gonna kill us. Holy shit, the West Nile virus is gonna kill us. Holy shit, Trump gonna kill us. Holy shit, Trump gonna kill us. You see that programming or that spirit that's whispering in your ear. Hey, you know what you need to pay attention to, player? Yeah, let me tell you. Let me tell you what to pay attention to. Oh, really? Yeah, see, I got the scoop, homie. Paranoia. Spiritual paranoia based off of spiritual addiction to ego. All that's required is energy to generate into your mind, and you motherfuckers are operated. No, I apologize. We motherfuckers are operated. We are operated. Everything runs off of ego in this realm because it is energy being generated and operated to perform a fucking experience of choices based off of perspective. Oh, you a trucker too? What up? I came off the road a long time ago. I started trucking in '88. Used to teach that shit too. Never fucking again. I don't know what you motherfuckers out here doing now. I would have failed all of you. As a former driver instructor, CDL instructor, I would have failed all you motherfuckers out here now because y'all be too busy on the fucking phone, driving, headset, filming TikToks. Unsafe ass bastards. Sorry, personal note. So like I was saying, in the summer, we didn't do anything different. We didn't stand up. All we did was hunker down and got pushed further by the shit that is going to keep you paying attention to what's being shown because you ain't ready to see what's hidden. Remember I told you, they do slow revelations. They'll show you what's hidden when it's a benefit for them to show you what's hidden, because probably by the time they show you what's hidden, there's something else that they're hiding. What does the summer did to the fall? Oops. The altar priestess. And this is in reverse. It's a 39. It's in reverse. It says preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual. That's in reverse. You didn't prepare. You got caught up in a ritual. And you forgot to... I understand the author of this deck. So in the sense of prayer, it's subscription for result. That is the basis of a prayer. You are subscribing to something internal, external to give you a result. In the sense that where this is in reverse, you forgot to pray to yourself. So if you're not praying to yourself, you become PREY for everything else you give your energy. Sorry if that hurt your little fucked up ass feelings. If you're not praying to yourself, holy shit, I need to do better to make sure that I am getting things done for myself. Then if there is something out here mystical that can assist me, maybe they ain't got so much work to do should it manifest. We'll use that word for you. Really, it's alignment. If I'm working on my own, then it should be easier for something to help me. Plus, I should be more attractive to what can help me. Versus I'm just going to sit and wait because Lord has been promised. It's been promised. God going to spin the block for you. Might have spent the block for you, but was his car full? Or were you not at the same location that he was looking for? Devil's advocate. See, don't blame it on God. Maybe God came back to get you, but you wasn't there. Maybe your inability to work for yourself kept moving you off course. So now the search party, your ancestors, your angels, your orishas, or whoever else that was coming to get you, can't find you because you ain't there. Suppressed further under the shit that was already hiding you because you trying to make sense of the shit that was hiding you instead of stop hiding under the shit that you already hid up under. So Summer, you didn't do nothing. Altar priestess. You didn't provide proper libations. You didn't reestablish a proper communication with the things that you perceive to be able to assist you yourself. You didn't reach down into the depths of yourself and alter you, ALTER. Get rid of your shittiness. So since you couldn't stand up in the summer, you already failed. Fall. Fall ain't gonna be no different than summer because you didn't do anything different to garner the fucking energy. See, the wheel can turn, but if it's still turning off of your energy, did you get any change? Did you get any change? If you the one turning the wheel and you ain't done nothing different, now you still exerting the same amount of energy. But a lot of y'all won't get that. So in closing, you worried about the fall, but you never stood up. You never stood up because you was too busy being antsy in your seat because you could not keep still. You couldn't keep still in class and pay attention. Pay attention, children. Pay attention, children. Oops. Pay attention, children. The diamond dreamer. Hard in a dream. Why? Because the only thing you process is material wealth and true prosperity. 6. Your foundation has told you, nah, actually I put the claw on him. He likes when I put the claw on him, so I tickle fought him for a good hour. I got the gloves off on him before I got home. So, you didn't pay attention because you're the diamond dreamer. What's the diamond? One of the hardest substance on this planet. What's the dreamer? That motherfucker that won't wake up. But if he's hard in his sleep, he might end up sleepwalking. Did you get that? If you are hardened in your dreams, and your dreams is the only thing you keep investing in, and the dreams that you keep investing in only reflect material wealth and true prosperity, but you didn't do any fucking thing to help manifest it. 2 things can happen. You can get it. You can get it. Because this 6 is a foundation. You can get what you are investing in, but I'm going to tell you, if you didn't do it for yourself, it don't belong to you. Exactly. And even if you don't lose it, you don't get it in full. You understand that? You don't get it. Do that shit. Peace. Do that shit. So, the first thing is, somebody might come to save you, but now you work for them. Oops. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service in reverse. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service in reverse. Thank me for saving you. Damn. I saw Genghis Khan earlier for a reason. Do y'all know about Genghis Khan? What was it? 20 to 50%. They can't match the numbers. That's how much damage that motherfucker did. But 20 to 50% of the planet have gene markers related to Genghis Khan because the motherfucker had 1,500 wives. Yes, that's just wives. Probably 1,498 of them was not willing. But how many other people did he just rape? And you understand that? Remember I gave you the analogy of a parasite? Genghis Khan was a sanctioned parasite. You won't do nothing to save yourself. Oh, I'll save you. But I'll save you based off of what I need. That's basically what the majority of you people out here are begging for. Somebody come save us because we can't do it on our own. Keep on putting up a beacon for something to come save you. Yes. Keep on putting up them beacons for something to come save you. When it comes save you, it's going to cost you. As a trickster, as a vizier, the king ain't always at the top. The emperor ain't always the ruler. It's he who rules the troops. Or he who has the king's ear, and even deeper, he who is fucking the queen is really in charge. If the queen has the king's ear, whoever's making the queen moan is God. Jody. The High Lord of Gratitude. You gonna thank me because, according to the card, it was selfless of me to risk my life to come save you. So then you need to be humble, humility. because you didn't take a conscious action to do something for yourself, it required me to come do it for you. Remember you motherfuckers that was on Trump's nuts a few years ago? Trump gonna drain the swamp. Hillary's dead. We're gonna get him. Trump's gonna drain the swamp, Bubba. The best thing could have happened was he could have came here and revamped government to make a government more fit for him, but government still wouldn't have been fit for you. And still ain't. So that's the first thing that could happen. Keep waiting on somebody to save you. Oh, they might come and save you, but they now own your light. More spiritual contracts. More life cycles ahead because the experiment keeps on going. You just got sold from fucking General Dynamics to motherfucking Lockheed Martin. You get that one? You just got sold as intellectual property from one set of rulers into another set of rulers because you motherfuckers ain't ready to be free. Because you stuck hard in your dream. Oh, God. The second thing that can happen if something comes to save you, truer words ain't never been spoken. We are here to help. Run, bitch, run. The second thing that can happen if you don't save yourself. No, this is what can happen if. No, it's exactly what I said. The first thing that can happen if you don't save yourself and something comes to save you is they want your currency. They want your energy. It's a two. We gave you everything you need to know. Now we need to see return. Intellectual property, return on investment, ownership, new plantation. The second thing that could happen is, diggity damn, that motherfucking Phoenix. You have to face your fire. You'll have to face what's burning you. You'll have to face what's burning you because holy shit, 2, what I thought I know, 9 was actually controlling me. Why? Because 2 plus 9 is 11. Holy shit, there's 2 me's. QN, Chris Tucker. Which one of you motherfuckers kicked me? All 3 of them. All 3 of them. The masculine, that feminine, and that androgynous. They all kicking you. Because all 3 of them was an investment of your energy where you are already on fire. Because you motherfuckers stopped. You forgot to stop, drop, and roll. Come on, let's go back to school. When you get put on fire, what they teach you in school? Stop, drop, and roll. Not run around and fuck around and run into a gas station and then blow everything up too. Planet Earth is a gas station. Peace and wholeness. Because peace is all a lot of people are seeking. We can't even talk about wholeness no more. We talk about practice. So the other thing is you can fuck around and become a phoenix out here. And it was in reverse. You still ain't seen the bigger picture. You still have not put out the fire. You just responded to being on fire. Trauma responsive. But not trauma responsible. But here's the trick. You're not responsible to your traumas. You are responsible to you. Your responsibility to you is to make sure that your traumas do not become the only way you can think. Parasites. Cleanse yourself in the lakes of Minnetonka. But quit drinking the motherfucking Kool-Aid. Stop worrying more about the goddamn human diet. All that shit's tainted. And start thinking more about the spiritual diet that you motherfuckers can't seem to put down. Bunch of spiritual hypochondriacs out here. Real talk. Love the fuck out of y'all, but I wish y'all would learn to love the fuck out of yourself. Stop eating shit and get off the fucking Ouroboros cycle. Infinity don't look good on you, but eternity will. Wholeness.